This is real talk. Real talk radio. This is real talk. High Praise Ministries presents real talk. Real talk. This is real talk. Real talk radio. This is real talk. High Praise Ministries presents real talk. Real talk.
Welcome to yet another edition of High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk. As always, I am your host, Jesse Jones, along with the executive producer, who I don't know why she's still my executive producer. Yes, I do, because I married her. I can't fire my wife. She is the queen. Exactly right. She is my queen. She is the executive producer of Real Talk. Y'all give it up for the one and only Philonda. Say hi, baby.
Hi, family.
Hi, family. As always, I want to give a I'm just the hi, family every time. Hi, family. I think I'm going to do the rest of the announcements up top like this. No, just because I can.
I will make you delete this.
As always, I want to give a shout out to my boy Russell Worthy. He is a graphics design person here at High Praise Ministries. He designs all of our stuff. If you go on to our website at zazzle.com/DA_REV, you will find all of our wonderful jerseys and shirts, not jerseys, but shirts and all of our apparel. The graphics and designs of that stuff, he did that. He also came up with the logo for High Praise Ministries, as well as the logo for Real Talk. As well, I want to give a shout out to my boy, my brother Mike Gibbs, aka Trek, aka Micatude, aka my boy is still in Columbus. He is the producer behind the jingle of Real Talk. He produced the beat. He laid all that down. So if you need to get some beats together to get your little career off the ground, he's the dude you need to get in contact with. Last but not least, I also want to give a shout out to my boy, brother Rashawn Truss. He is my dude, my friend, my brother indeed. He is all the way up in Springfield. He is the vocals behind the jingle. I will never not give shouts out to them. So if y'all don't like this 2-minute intro, too bad. I got to give shouts out, props to whom props is due. Now, we have a special edition of Real Talk going on today. Our first guest, I was trying to get somebody else to be our first guest. No offense, y'all, but I had somebody else in mind. I'm being honest. I'm listening. This is Real Talk. I'm being honest. I had somebody else in mind. It wasn't for today that I was going to have be our first guest, but the way everything works out, they're going to be. Y'all was next in line. They are our first guest for. It's not shade. It is just the fact of the matter. Next week we're gonna have him on, Bishop Chamberlain. He was supposed to be the first official guest of Real Talk. You know, my mentor, my
Bishop Chambers.
Yeah, Chamberlain.
Chamberlain. Mississippi.
Yeah,
he was the first one, Mississippi.
He was supposed to be the first one, but you know the way everything worked out, because I'm going to him next week. Oh, and so since we was his, I was like, since we here, we ain't doing nothing. Why not just go ahead and shoot the episode?
Y'all say y'all travel a lot.
No, don't nobody travel as much as you, bro.
You should probably introduce our
anytime the airport knows you by name, I promise you travel, but they don't know me. They see me just, who's this black person? They see, hey, what up, bro? What's going on? Man, you know you ain't got to wait in line. Forget security. Come on through. That was a whole, bro, that's more than one. That happens all. You wind up going to the rental car place. Man, go ahead. Don't even worry about pants. Here, take this car. Don't worry about it. We know you come back. We know you good for it. Don't worry about it. This one's on us. It's your 33rd visit, so go ahead. These next 4 are on us.
I do have a lot of rental car points.
What I'm talking about. And you go into hotels, you walk in the hotel, they're like, you know, we've upgraded you because we didn't realize who you were until we saw your face.
They gave us 2 free rooms.
This is what I'm talking about, y'all. This is what I'm talking about. So let me go ahead and introduce these people. They're good friends of mine. I have known them forever. Well, I've known one forever, and I've welcomed in the other one as crazy as she is. She crazy as a pet coon. She over here. She here too. This is the wonderful couple. Don't be trying to clutch your imaginary pearls like I'm saying something that ain't true. I listen. I've heard the lineage. Okay, I know what I be talking about.
To the lineage.
Yeah.
Boom,
Pow pow. Speaking of, let me go ahead and introduce the wonderful, the dynamic, my friends, Pastor and First Lady Boom Pow Pow, Jay Jordan and Maya Jordan. Amen. Let's welcome some to Real Talk. Y'all say something. Well, Jay been saying something. So we ain't gonna hear him say something. First Lady Maya, First Lady Boom Pow Pow.
Hey everyone.
Why are you rolling your eyes at the Real Talk people? Why they got to have that? She rolled her eyes at y'all. I want y'all to know that right now. She rolled her eyes
at you.
I can't tell. I think you rolled your eyes at
you
them.
sneezing right there.
And she do. And why is she pointing like this is not a podcast and people can see her point?
No one. It's audio only.
Is it okay if I talk with my hands?
You do what you do. But this was a whole different thing. Y'all, she leaned in with a point. Like y'all can see her. The emphasis on this point was massive. It was camera worthy. As y'all can tell, we ain't gonna be doing nothing but just shooting the breeze, talking a little bit, doing crazy stuff. Because to hang out with me and Jay, it's a treat. Now we're gonna try and calm it down because we can't put all of our hangout out there for the public to hear. They ain't ready for this public consumption. As Maya is drinking her sparkling champagne in the wine glass and everything.
Water.
I see it in the wine glass. That's all I know.
That's tap water. Now that's Atlanta tap water.
It looked like sparkling champagne
But
in the glass.
One thing about tap water, you can use that to drink, baptisms, a whole bunch of stuff.
You baptizing in tap water?
Yeah, I've always baptized in tap water.
You ain't saved enough to get some purified water?
Man.
Have your water purifier in the tank?
Man,
Man,
I got baptized in the creek.
Man, might as well go back. It's better than the tap water.
I got baptized in Allen Creek. I don't think so.
No. I'll do you one better. I got re-baptized out in Nelsonville.
Ooh, that's rough.
Ohio?
Yeah. There's a lake out that way. Yeah.
The lake you don't know about.
Yeah.
That lake is green. That lake looked green.
Yeah. It was bad. Yeah.
Did you
I had to take a shower right after.
Did you wear protective gear?
No. First of all, here's what's real jacked up about it. So, first, well, it was kind of Nelsonville, Amanda-ish area. But anyway, so first, I was helping to baptize.
How'd you end up getting baptized?
Well, because it was a whole church thing, and the pastor was like, we want everybody to be on one accord. Pastor Jesse, because I was her assistant pastor at the time, she's like, Pastor Jesse, you don't want to get baptized? I was like, I've been baptized 5 times. She said, well, it won't hurt one more time. Go ahead and get it one more. I was like, all right, fine. That was the last one I had. I said, nope, never again. I'm sorry. I can't do this no more. Y'all be doing an increase and stuff. I had a piece of moss on my shoulder. I immediately took a shower. I was like, no, I was not prepared for this. Jesus didn't do this. That's not. I did
it once. I never did. I couldn't do it multiple times.
I didn't want to.
I did it once.
Every time, aside from the first time I did it, it was because I was part of a church or I was helping the minister at the church, and they was like, we're going to do this as a corporate body, and since you leadership, we want our leaders to do it so we can be under one accord and church. Now I'm like, but I done did it already. Why? Why you want to dunk me again? Why I got to get water up my nose? And the worst part is some of that, there's 2 of them I almost fought. Because they was trying to hold my nose for me. I'm like, I am a grown man.
No, you can't hold a nose for me. No,
Take your hand off my nose.
Yeah, anywhere in the face region, that's punchable.
Loose that nose and let it go.
Loose hair.
Did you see that lady slip in the pool when they were trying to baptize her?
Yes. There's a video. Oh my God, it is hilarious.
Knee like that's going to help. Sue him. That thing was unsafe.
No, that's all one's even better is unsafe. So this lady, she kind of slipped too. And the caption was, y'all be baptizing folks anywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it was in this church. It was literally what looked like, I guess, some type of storefront church, right? They had a tub, like a person's tub, not like what looked like a person's tub, and it was near the wall, like right up against the wall. And over top was an air conditioning unit, and she slipped in and grabbed on the air conditioning unit, and it rocked. I'm like, oh God, it didn't fall, but it looked like it was gonna fall. But oh God, oh Jesus, that thing is gonna fall.
That's a lawsuit right there.
And
that's electrocution right there.
And she kept on with the baptism like this ain't about to fall on her. And she looking, she went down and came up looking. I'm like, yeah, keep looking. You should have done that too.
You should have been cool.
Who thought it was a good idea?
I don't know.
I'm not somebody you know, man. Those are your friends. I have really sane friends. All my friends are pretty.
Do you?
All
Do
my
you
friends
really?
are sane.
Do you?
You can't. Everybody knows sane.
What?
Why is you pointing at me?
Wow, I was like, are you?
Because y'all are friends.
First of all,
Same.
I am the sanest person he knows.
That might be true. At least top 5.
No, not top 5. I know 90% of your people. I am the sanest person you know.
You don't think so?
I would love to run down a list, but I've already given the rule we can't name names.
I know.
even though none of them are probably gonna ever listen. But I know the people.
Just that one time.
This will be the one.
This will be the one.
They be getting all kinds of phone calls and whatnot. And now I gotta do a Facebook Live and cuss them all out because they didn't call me for all. Never mind. Jesus, y'all help me, Jesus.
I would listen to your video.
And that'd be the first part. What video you talking about? You know, your video podcast. It's not a video. How'd you?
Everybody's gonna call it a video. I listen to the video, even if there's no video element at all to it.
At all. So let's go ahead.
Where did you get this water from? You just still drinking this water?
I mean, just sipping it like it is the greatest thing. I wish this was video so y'all could see the bougie sip that she is taking right now.
You put that in like a really good. That's the good glass.
Because it came from the waters of Lake Minnetonka.
Minnetonka? Are we doing French?
Did you speak in tongues or something? I'm trying to figure this out.
No.
It's in Minnesota. I guess that could be a tongue.
It's cold.
Minnesota. Minnesota.
Hey, y'all, bye, you KLC.
The one of the key to speaking in
Bye,
tongues,
black sheep.
If you say ha and he, you can speak in tongues.
Yeah.
You got a good ha he, you can do that.
Ha! Hey. How about ha?
Shut about a ha about a yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, one time,
A good yeah will take you real far. If you know how to give your reflection. Yeah. Or good glory. I'm good for good glory.
Glory, good.
Glory.
And then when you get the
Glory.
you gotta wave the hand.
Got you. And you got to do it in this motion right here.
Oh, that's big
But
hand level.
y'all
That's
just
big
did it
hand.
at the same time.
Because we posed this. We've been in church all our lives. What you talking about? This is what we do. You get all.
And then if you're really good, you're real super sad, you do one of these. Oh!
Yeah, you got to go that quick. Yeah. Which they have turned into a dance, and I'm mad that they try to act like the world is not being quickened.
Yeah.
I'm mad at that.
Yep.
That's how the old mothers in the church.
Yeah.
For all y'all young cats, listen, y'all stole that from the church. Stop shouting and acting like y'all ain't shouting. That is an old mama in the church quickened. Y'all, hey, shut up.
It's like you're trying to turn a wheel.
Yes.
Like a really big car, and you're trying to turn it. Cause that's what old mothers couldn't drive a lot of times, so that was like their driving experience of the week.
They was practicing.
I drove mothers
Jesus.
from the church for 3 years, so I know without license.
Y'all hear how illegal my pastor friend is?
They was like, "Hey, you mind picking up the mothers in the church?" And I was
I
like,
got
nah.
my license first. For the record, we never know who's listening. I got my license before I started driving.
No, I got my license. I did eventually get them, but I mean, like
He said I eventually got it.
Yeah, but
I
like,
did
for
it
a
in
large
the
majority of my
proper
life,
order.
I've been driving
I
since
took
I
the
was
driving
10.
test, maneuverability.
I didn't take no test. I just walked in there and took the little driving thing.
For y'all who don't know who Jay Jordan is, and some of y'all
take no
may
written
not
test.
listen, this person, I'm trying to.
Disclaimer. Do not try to do
Oh, half the stuff I did.
half the stuff Pastor Jay Jordan has done.
This
Do
dude
not have that anointing.
This dude has more favor than I've ever seen in my entire life. I've watched him walk in. Y'all heard the opening. Watched him walk in the airports and just get moved to the front of the line. This dude got to WrestleMania last year. For those of y'all who know WrestleMania, you know I'm a wrestling fan. Last year before, whatever it was, in New York on happenstance. He was preaching in Columbus. Was asked to come preach in New York, and someone said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I got some WrestleMania tickets. Here you go."
Oh, we're going to Mania this year. I found some tickets for
Shut up,
$40.
Jay. Shut up, Jay.
Shut up, Jay. Man. We can go for a good
Shut your mouth,
180
Jay.
for 4 tickets.
Shut your mouth, Jay. Shut your mouth.
180. I can get his in about 180.
Shut your mouth. You hear this?
And we want to get about 400. We get 400.
All
We
y'all
get 400.
Christians need to aspire to have the level of favor he has.
Oh, we're going to make this work. We're going to WrestleMania this year.
This-
I decided. We're going. And I'm going to NXT. I done found a dude for $35. We can get Section 102.
This dude is off the I promise you he is. So here what we gonna do. We're gonna go ahead.
Hustle out here, man. This is a hustle game. You got to hustle out here.
Here what we gonna do.
Close enough, don't get fed.
You make the
You
make
have
the-
a point.
You make the money, I'll make the deals.
So for that sounds like some pimp language. So
Yes, Daddy.
So here what we gonna do, y'all. Here what we gonna do. We gonna compose ourselves. We gonna take a quick break. We gonna come right back, and we
There's
gonna
commercial breaks?
Yeah, I get man. I
You got
got
advertising?
ads. Yes, you gotta do some ads and whatnot. Man, got bills to pay, bro. Yes,
You can have
and we're trying to get some more ads. That's why. Listen, I'm trying to get my
told me
listenership
about
up.
this. You didn't know about no advertisements? What
Y'all
you been doing?
Look, we gonna come back and we gonna go ahead and get into the topic that we've been trying to. This real talk with Pastor Jay and his wife Maya. Y'all in for a ride today, so y'all just go ahead and get ready for this. We'll be right back. The Real Talk Podcast is brought to you by Anchor. Anchor is the easiest way to make a podcast. Anchor gives you everything you need in one place for free, which you can use right from your phone or your computer. Its creation tools allow you to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. They'll even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard everywhere, from Spotify to Apple Podcasts and Google Podcasts, and many, many more. You can easily make your money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. All you have to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. And we back. Y'all should, oh my God, y'all should be able to hear the stuff that goes on when we go
We're
on
gonna have to have a
commercial
real talk
break.
after dark version.
Basically.
We might have to.
I think
Tune in
so.
at midnight.
Hey Kev, I appreciate you, Kev, on stage because I'm stealing a lot of your ideas. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm just blatantly stealing them. So appreciate you. And for those of y'all who don't know who Kev on stage is, go ahead to YouTube, follow Kev on stage on his YouTube channel, follow Kev on stage on his Instagram. I don't have Instagram, but on his Twitter, all of that because the dude is great. His stuff is good. Subscribe to his podcast and all of that because his stuff is great. We do it better.
After you subscribe to our podcast and then subscribe to his podcast.
Right. See how my queen be doing? She got me in line.
They're trying to get you listeners.
Listen, I need them. Listen. What I really want to do is no, I ain't gonna say what I really want to do. Can't say that because folks, my audience that don't know me that well just yet. They're still trying to learn me.
I got some ideas.
Real talk after dark.
Oh, bro.
I got some ideas.
Oh well, this one. Wait till we get to the banter. I feel like when we get to the banter part, this is gonna.
Gotta put the disclaimer out there.
I ain't put no disclaimers. Look, you had your. The disclaimer is the name of the podcast is Real Talk. But so here what we gonna do first.
That is a disclaimer.
It is. So here what we gonna do first before we get into all of the banter, which I cannot wait to for the keep one and the best. Here what we gonna do. We are here with Pastor Jay Jordan and his wife, First Lady Maya, Minister, Evangelist, Prophetess, Pastor in Training Maya Jordan, a.k.a. Pastor and First Lady Boom Pow Pow. So, here was my thought. Yeah, it's long. So here what I thought we'd do. They are, well, in comparison to myself and my wife, they're newlyweds. They newbies. They just... I think y'all crack a year yet? Didn't y'all crack a year?
It'll be 3 years.
Oh, 3 years? Yes, they just barely cracked a year. 3 years. They just getting there. They working their way up. So I think we talk a little bit about marriage, especially y'all's marriage, but marriage in general, talk about some things and whatnot. So here's the first question. How y'all meet? Yeah, well, yeah. I've heard some of the story before, so I feel it's great content for the first question. How y'all meet?
She stopped me on Facebook.
Okay. Nobody
And then she
stopped.
showed up to my church.
That is not what happened.
Never left.
That is not what happened. I received a friend request from him on Facebook.
I remember sending you a friend request. I remember you was a friend on Facebook already.
Well, maybe you were drunk, but
Wait a minute.
You said the man of God was drunk?
he could have been. I don't know.
How do you know I could have been? You don't know my life back then. In 2015,
Well, I wasn't the type of person to really send people for friend requests.
I was fasting in prayer. I was in the face of the Lord.
Oh.
No, I don't know about that, Jacob.
Let us keep in mind, this is real talk.
Boom.
Oh, she's in the face of God.
So I received a friend request from him, and we messaged a few times, and I saw some of the outreach that he was doing, and I thought that, as
And
being,
fell in love with me.
I felt like being kind of around this, more around the same age as me versus,
But he ain't the same age as you, though. Y'all.
Well, let's
like
get to that.
45 years apart.
They were 10 years apart. Yeah, it was 10 years apart.
Well, she said same age as her. This is real talk. I listen. She said
I'm just saying,
When I was in elementary school, she had a job.
Wow.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for a second. Go
I
ahead.
told her to meet. She should have came by the hospital when I was born, and should have picked me up and said, "Hey, I'm way 18 years than both."
first of all, it's not that big of an age difference. I couldn't drive. I was still playing with toys. So
In
no, I
1998, you had a job.
There are grown people.
You was
who
not
can't drive.
born in 1998.
Yes, I was. 1998, I was 8.
You weren't born though. I mean,
What?
wait,
What?
I meant that wasn't.
When I was not alive.
Hold
when I
on,
was
let me
8.
correct
I was
myself.
an 8-year-old ghost.
That
What are you
was
trying to say? Like,
no, that wasn't the year
I'm
you were
pretty sure
born.
I was born in 1990. In
Yes.
1998, I was 8 in elementary school.
But if-
in 1998, you were where?
But if you saying
No. We ain't gonna pass by that.
Where were you at in 98?
how we get here?
I was in the 4th grade. Where were you at? Because I was taking the proficiency test.
I was also taking a proficiency test.
But what
Yeah,
grade?
to go into college.
Well, how we get here?
Right.
Because you said you were looking for somebody in your same age bracket, and a decade is not the same age bracket.
Well, what I meant was I'm
You
used to.
seen the 80s. I never seen that.
Ain't nothing wrong with the 80s, but go ahead.
I'm saying I never seen it.
Oh my God.
I missed the whole 80s.
Yeah. Don't that hurt a little bit, baby?
It
hurt.
did. It stung a little bit. I'm like, wow.
For y'all who don't know, Jay
you
is
were
like a
born
baby.
in
Jay is still growing
1990.
behind it. Yeah.
born January 3rd.
I was graduating in the 8th grade.
Yeah, you was almost getting ready to have a baby by the time. But when
Shut
you
up.
was born.
She's born in 96.
That ain't that far away.
Whatever.
I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm talking more about him and his youth than the fact that
I am
you
asserting
experienced.
myself as executive producer. Please continue with your wonderful love story.
Right. I was just saying closer to my age because I've always going to church with a congregation that was a lot older than me. So that's what I mean.
Okay.
Middle aged when I'm like in my 20s.
Half dead. Got you.
So when I saw that he was very into outreach and things like that, honestly, it was initially that I just wanted to connect with him, just to.
Tell me I'm not telling the truth.
So yes, when I saw you, yes, because you know what, you my husband.
Because
Yes,
you was stalking me.
I wasn't stalking you.
That's
I'm
what
not
it
even
was.
the stalking type.
So how do you know how I look? Because I didn't have my profile picture up.
When
I
I'm
bet
talking
you had a
about,
flyer up.
I'm talking about when I walked into church.
So you checked me out preaching. That would sound like me.
Was I checking?
I told y'all this was gonna be off the chain. Go
I'm
ahead.
saying that. I'm just saying that I
Because
do.
you came to me. I didn't come to you.
Because you had a church that was doing outreach.
She came for the anointing. She stayed for the man of God.
She came for anointing.
That is
all
the
right.
interpretation.
Well, actually, so if we want to talk about how things.
Here we go, y'all. I wish Miss Arville. She gave the whole black girl hand and everything. She about to lay it down. Go ahead, have me sit up.
Because after I went to a few services, I was walking out and you said, "What you about to do?" And
I did say that because it's called being courteous.
but usually,
Probably, if anybody know me, I loved at that time. I was going to Steak and Shake every day. So we went to Steak and Shake. That was like a
He
normal
does
thing.
love steak.
That was a normal thing.
That is his life.
right, and then eventually, somebody said to somebody, "I would like to take you out on a date."
This ain't a mobster type video. You can say he said to you. I said no name, but I mean y'all's names.
So, at the initial of what you doing after this service, did you just say it to her, or was there a group of people?
I don't remember. Was there a group of people?
The first time we went to Steak and Shake, it did end up being a group of people. but-
Okay.
But, but when we went to the movies, it was just me and you.
In the dark. Ooh, that is not a goal. Y'all is not supposed to be places by yourselves
So are you
in dark
saying,
places.
Pastor J.
Yeah,
Jordan,
really
that you had no chaperone as you courted this young lady?
Not this time.
And we also went to KDB, which is, wasn't Easton, but it's now closed.
That's the devil.
What, KDB?
Y'all is not supposed to be playing with stuff in public places like that. That's the devil. That's the devil stuff. Y'all supposed to be in your word in a Bible study somewhere. I'm just playing. I don't care.
You know what is the devil? Them hoops in the basketball game because they smaller than
They are.
That's because you don't know how to put balls in holes.
So what kind of radio show is this again?
I didn't say nothing. They couldn't hear me. But go ahead. Go on with
No,
go
they
ahead.
probably
we heard
did.
it.
It's a high
The audio picked up.
We are venturing into, this is your first sneak peek into High Praise After Dark.
Right.
This
For
is real. This is
$9.99.
real talk for real.
For $9.99, you can hear.
There you go, for $9.99.
Yeah, that's because
Y'all sell me
Real
cheap.
talk
My
after dark.
way to do real talk after dark is pay per view
You
type
gotta-
level.
you gotta-
I don't
Pay-per-view?
know. Yeah, I don't know. I need. I
viewing?
listen.
This is
I need.
There's money in that.
I need Tyson Fury,
Oh, I hope no one heard
Deontay Wilder type money. That pay per view is $80. My content is way better than $8. Y'all give me $9 to $5. I promise you, I'll give you some experience y'all ain't never gonna forget. Anyhow, in Jesus' name, hallelujah. Hey, thank you, God. I feel
Glory. I
Executive-
felt that. What was that?
That was
so.
That's that new sage. That's that new sage.
That's that new thing.
That's that new sage.
She's trying to say, let her. She got herself a young man, robbed the cradle, so she's trying to stay young and everything.
was not a
But you
robbery
know
of the
what? But you know
cradle.
what?
well.
But
To
here's
be
the thing about
fair,
it. Here's the thing
I
about it. I
had to
Holy
show
Ghost.
him my ID the first time that we
Yes.
did go to Steak and Shake
Yeah, 'cause
because
I
he didn't
her age.
believe
I
me.
didn't believe her age. Yeah, I thought she was playing with me. Yeah, I didn't believe her.
Aww.
But she did- but-
No, he ain't
She
saying
looks so
no.
much younger.
No. He's not saying that. He didn't believe that she was as much older as she said she would. It wasn't like he thought that
Did
she
you
was
ask
16.
her age right out the gate?
Did I don't remember? I always remember you.
I would
That's
have.
impolite.
How old are you? Impolite. I ain't trying to get caught up in no R. Kelly case because you want me to be polite. I need an ID.
You didn't ask
Show
him for
me
ID.
ID.
Oh,
I
was
did.
it-
I sure did.
was it the child?
No, I got your ID. When we first met, we exchanged ID. Well, I had to make sure you was who you said you was, and I was
Yeah,
who
be
I said.
careful how
We
you
exchanged
do
ID. Yes, we did.
Yeah, we gotta be careful.
Before I walked in the door, we said hi. Oh, you look just like your picture. You look like just a picture. ID, please. We exchanged ID. Okay, you legal. And then we went on. Yeah. Please play with that. Mess around, and get a call the next day. You know
feel
she was 16,
exposed.
right? No, Negro.
I didn't. I realized I told you my real name right out of the gate.
Yes.
Oh, you
Oh,
one of them.
I was.
I've been trying to tell folks forever.
I
Y'all
was.
rarely hear. She won't.
You done gave somebody your number and had them call him Pizza Hut.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
everybody does
yeah.
that.
They used to be like the rejection line.
The rejection line was
Remember
wonderful.
the rejection
Oh my
line?
God, it was
I have given
hilarious.
someone the
saved your
rejection
life.
line. Yes.
Oh, it was the best.
Because
I'm so mad that
he
I
had
had it on
me
my
hemmed up
phone.
and wouldn't let me out the club without you gonna give me your number. And I'm like, God, you are like 6 foot too many. Sure.
Listen.
Here is my number.
I used to have it in my phone just to play it every so often. It was hilarious. Oh my God. And they changed it like weekly, how they oh my God. So y'all too young to know much about that rejection line. They need to bring that back.
So, but here's the thing about it. So I did ask you for your ID. I double check. I'm a pastor. I didn't know what you.
I need you to enunciate. This is a podcast. They can't read your list, bro.
No, I had to make sure because I was a pastor. I didn't know she was playing around or she could be. It's dangerous out
It's
here.
out here.
It's really hard to be pastors. No,
Could have messed around and been 2 years old and something like that. And now he got a case.
Who is 2 years old? Oh,
I don't know. I'm just saying. It's an exaggeration.
Right.
Exaggeration. I'm just saying.
You
No,
got
we
me
don't
on Good Morning America guilt.
No, I got to go on there and defend you. So what do you think about Pastor J? Do you think we should let this go? If you don't get out of my face with these questions.
You would say that because you were his friend.
You doggone hippie, I would say it. Now say something else.
His eyes are slanted. He look like he's guilty.
Right, that was
Then I gotta be standing up there crying. I'm like, you trying to kill me? Got me looking crazy. R. Kelly can't afford a popsicle right now. My brother's life is done. Bill
I'm gonna
Cosby-
throw my life for this.
Bill Cosby tweeted from jail. I'm like, what is going on in the
That
world?
is crazy.
2020 is crazy. We done lost Kobe. Bill's tweeting from jail. Snoop Dogg went off with his hair wrapped up. He had a
Yes.
hair wrap. Did anybody?
But he apologized.
Yes.
His mama made him
with
apologize.
a hair wrap. He apologized for the same hair wrap. I'm like,
He
He
did.
always got his hair tied
His
up.
edges got to be.
his edges is on fleek.
He
Yeah.
rich.
I met Snoop last year. Yeah, we had a great time. We went to the club. We had a really good time. Me and Maya met him, and we was in the elevator, and I was like, "Oh snap, that's Snoop!" But no one in the elevator recognized him, and so Snoop was like right by me, and I'm looking like, "Oh man,
How high did you get standing next to him?
no, he
That's all
didn't
I
smoke
wanna
weed
know.
at all." We had a great conversation about God and stuff. and
You
about
ain't
life.
met Snoop and smoke weed.
It was Snoop.
No.
It was
Yeah.
So what happened was, so everybody gets off the elevator, so we still there, and he was like, "Hey, I appreciate y'all for not telling nobody my identity." I said, "Oh yeah, man, no doubt, Snoop." So he's like, "Oh, you got
Why
shit,
are you
man."
whispering? They need to
But
hear
that's how he
you.
was
But that's how
talking.
Snoop talk.
I know, but I need you to talk like him loud so they can hear
So
you.
he was like, "Oh, you got a Superman shirt on. I love Superman." So I was like, "Oh snap, that's Snoop." So Maya was like, "I'm tired. I want to go upstairs." So I went to Snoop and said, "Where you about to go?" He's about to go to the club. So we ran to the casino, went to the club, and I was there for 9 hours. I didn't know it was there for 9 hours, but
You
it was
can
it was
easily
day.
lose track.
It was day when I walked out. It was bright. It was a whole new day. When I went there, it was night. When I walked out, it was a whole new day.
I
It
try
was-
to tell y'all the type of stuff that my boy
And
Jay
the
Jordan
prime
lived.
rib he had was amazing. Oh, we had prime rib the whole night. I had never had that much prime rib before. We had prime rib and wings.
He has lived a life half of y'all would love to live, including me. This dude, this is why I'm my dude. I'm only really around him for stories. I promise you.
But I didn't understand how mine went to sleep. This is Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
This is Snoop Doggy Dog. And I became
Because
nephew.
Maya's old, she had to go.
I was like,
she had to go.
Jay didn't even tell. We just laid down, and then Jay was just like, "I'll be right back." He didn't tell me.
Yeah, because
like,
it's Snoop Dogg. What you think I'm about to do?
Did you just ditch her for?
Look,
You
Snoop.
supposed to say, "Honey, this is a once in a lifetime. I'm about to
It
go
was
down
for him.
here."
Snoop invited him, not her.
No, he didn't just. There was no invite yet because Snoop went one way.
They
and
did
then we went,
telepathically.
I guess
No,
so.
we did the nod. He said, I said, I know the nod. You don't know the game. That was the invite with the nod and the Superman. And then I was like, oh, I get 1 + 1 = 2. I'm smart. I went to Eastmore. I went to college prep. I have a college prep diploma.
Me too.
Whoa. A college prep what?
Diploma.
Because that's not what you said the first time.
Sorry.
You sound like the videos we listened to earlier. A college prep diploma. What is a diploma?
It's when you go to a ghetto school.
Gotcha.
I have a college prep diploma too.
No, he did. Norfolk ain't college prep. Norfolk has never been college prep.
Norfolk has a teaching academy.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Why are we talking about college prep diplomas when people got actual degrees and stuff? What is this? What is this going
Well,
on?
that just means that, for those who didn't go to college, you can say that,
She went to college.
She didn't go to college?
Yes, I did.
Where? What
He
college
said
you
no,
went
she
to?
did.
What college you went to?
Franklin.
That ain't no college. Franklin is a...
Did you pay tuition?
Franklin's a one building.
Well, my job did.
See, you didn't,
There you go.
You didn't go.
Somebody paid.
Jesus paid it all.
Franklin is a turtle. That's from Nick Jr.
Yo, you can't say that. I may get a sponsorship from Franklin. I may have to do some ad for them. I ain't. But I may. You can't be talking
No,
about
no.
folks like that.
As the executive producer, we welcome all sponsorships.
I don't welcome Franklin.
Except for
I
maybe
promise
the
you.
NRA.
I don't welcome for no. I welcome NRA. They got money.
Y'all ain't
Yeah.
that gun?
I'm not.
No.
I will
Oh,
blow
no.
your head off.
Oh, yeah.
In Jesus' name.
Oh, y'all can shoot.
I ain't got no guns because I prefer swords.
I
and
know.
I
My
don't even have a
vision is
gun.
sketchy.
I'm a sharp object person.
But I can
I like
shoot.
because the sharp object is a little bit more cleaner, and there's not no noise. It's not.
I don't need
to.
to. I don't care about the clean or the noise. I just want to look you in the eye as breath
Oh, and
escapes
escapes
your
your
body.
body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need that.
That
for
is
me.
that is a very good fulfilling moment.
Yeah.
there. Like I'm not saying I've ever Don't even know that much.
I'm saying I've come close, but I've already preached about some folk already know.
Remember, there are statutes of limitations that don't run out on certain things before we.
Yes.
We don't want this to be that real.
I've already preached about it. I've already preached everything. Me holding up the sword to Aaron's neck is on Facebook.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have preached about me getting ready to take the cinder block to the back of Rob Bettis' head. I've talked about that. Oh, you didn't hear? I preached about. How you not hear that? So. My friend Bianca, that is my best female friend. I've known her years. She was dating the dude Rob Bettis, right? They dated for a while.
His last name?
Right, but what are you gonna do to me? I almost killed him. What's he gonna do to me?
Does he do taxes?
No.
Okay.
This is an Italian dude in Alaquippa. So,
wow, that's
yeah.
You like the Alaquippa legend. I've met somebody from that era, and they was like, I know him.
Who know me from Quip?
Some white lady. She was like, I know Jesse.
She lying.
Jesse danced. The guy that danced. He's the pastor now.
I didn't dance in Quip, so I did.
You did dance in
Quip.
Quip.
but not where people would know me. I was a part of a
You
group.
might be a legend. You might be a legend.
How many male dancers do you really? Okay, look. How many straight?
People in Quip did not think I
Male.
was straight, so we could toss out straight. Although I was and am, people in Quip did not think I was straight.
They have an abbreviated name for the city?
Yeah, Quip. Alaquippa, yeah. So if you can't say Alaquippa, you say Quip.
It took me a couple of years.
I like Quip better.
Liquippa. So yeah, he cheated on her, and like she took him back, and he cheated again. She took him back, and every time he cheated, I was there trying to help her through it. So this next time she took him back, after I screamed at her not to take him back, I walked up to him in band class. I walked up to him, and his boy Ernest was sitting next to him. And I'm a scrawny kid, but I was lethal. People didn't know how lethal I was because I never really had to do a whole lot of my own dirty work.
Yeah.
So I walked up to him. I said, "Listen, so if you hurt her this time, I'm gonna kill you." And they laughed. I said, "You can laugh, but I hope you have a burial plot and your insurance is paid up because I'm going to kill you." And so he pushed me because he was laughing like, "Yeah, get out of here." I said, "Nigga, if you touch me again, I will kill you now. You won't make it. Play with me and see if I'm joking." And I looked over at his boy Ernie, who was kind of a friend of mine, and I said, "Ernie, you know the type of craze that runs through my family because Melvin, my middle brother, had already choked the life out of him before." Mm-hmm. I said, "You know the type of craze that runs in my family. Mm-hmm. My brother has nothing on me." Ernie pulled Rob back, said, "Let him go." 2 months later, this nigga cheated again. So I said, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm saying nigga a whole lot. Oh well. He cheated
lose
again.
2 censors.
It's just getting real.
So he cheated again, and so I said to him, "I told you, now I have to kill you." "No, you ain't okay, whatever, you can't do it." I said, "Okay, I ain't gonna do it right here. No, too bad people gonna pull me up off you. Because when I do it, it's gonna be permanent." And me and Bianca talked about it. I told Big, I'm gonna kill him. "No, it's okay. He ain't worth it. Blah, blah." "No, I'm gonna kill the nigga. He got to die." I made a
People
promise.
always say that he ain't worth it. I can't stand that.
He worth it to me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't gonna get caught because I already had a plan. So I stalked him for 2 weeks. I knew his entire school schedule because I was gonna do it on school grounds because it's a nice little place I could throw his body where nobody would really find it. So ninth period, we're going into ninth period. He left a class that I forget the class, but he left this class and he would come outside, go up these back steps to go to the band room because our band room's on this top floor, and you can access it from the outside. There's an actual outside door because it was right across from the football field. And I timed it perfectly. I had given myself 2 trial runs. This is how serious I was to make sure what I do, I'm gonna do it. Nobody was ever around. The reason he took that back way because like to smoke before he went to band class. So I put a cinder block bottom of the steps, right in plain sight, but nobody would mess with it because it's just there.
Yeah.
He goes up the steps. I wait till he's 4 steps ahead of me. Sneak around, grab the cinder block. Wait till he gets to the first platform before you get all the way up top. And I railed back, and at the top of the steps, Bianca, for no reason, came out there. I knew something was going on because you weren't already in class. Screamed my name. He turned around, saw me, and ran up the steps. And I couldn't get to him. I was going to crush his skull. Yes, I was. Dang. Every so often, I tell him, "You know you only live because Bianca allowed it. You should be dead right now."
He was be gone.
I had planned on. It was going to be a brutal and beautiful death. I had clothes in my book bag to change into because the blood was going to splatter. I was ready for it. Oh, you understand. So what I say, if y'all can see the look on my wife's face, like she hasn't heard the story 84 times, and I ain't preached this in messages before.
Yeah, a little less obvious then.
I preached in messages before. Like 3 weeks ago, I talked about it.
I know.
It's it's who I am. So yeah. I mean, I can deal with a gun, but if I had a gun, I know people would be dead and I'd already be in jail. I don't have that kind of temperament. God's still working on my anger management.
He ain't finished with
At all. I don't even know if he's starting off my anger. He's got so many other things to deal with, work on. But ain't we supposed to be talking about marriage?
Once again, as the executive producer, we're now going to take a sharp left turn back to where we started from.
Right.
And the beautiful love story after the homicide.
I'm gonna mess up the
story.
beautiful love story. I'm gonna mess up the beautiful love story altogether.
So we were at the movies.
So yeah, we was at
No, we know how they met. I won't go past how they met. Now we heard how they met. They met in church.
Speaking of, we was like we was close, and so I came with my mind. I wanted to get married on the low because I don't like people like that, and I really don't want people in my business. And so I decided I'm gonna just elope. I said I think I earned the right to do it. I know enough preachers I can do it. And I had a list. Of people. Now, I didn't know who I was going to call. So I said, I'll just wing it. It makes it more suspenseful.
His own boy, you couldn't call. Whatever.
Well, but you know what? Well, the reason why I got Corey because I was close to his church. It ended up becoming who's the closest. So I told her on Tuesday that I was going to marry her that Friday. So she thought it was a joke. And so she was like, I was like, now I'm dead serious. Here's the rain. Boom. See you Friday. So
Wait, that was the proposal? Wait,
Yeah.
wait, seriously, that was the proposal?
Yeah, like we drove up the players and I was like, I'm going to marry you. Here's the rain. See you Friday. And so I came Friday.
I don't know why you shocked. This is the Jay I know. This is literally the Jay I know.
I came on Friday, had all my stuff in my car. I was unloading it. And I was like, all right, let's go and downtown get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get this thing on the road. So we drove downtown. Got everything we needed, paid my little $60 or whatever it was to get the marriage license, and then I was like, got in the car and said, I'm downtown, and we called Corey. So I said, because I knew he's going to be at church.
Downtown, like I can't drive downtown. Anyway, go ahead.
So I knew he's going to be at church, he did a little free food Friday. So I said, hey, Corey, man, I'm coming over. So I allowed this come over there and hang with Maya. So I said, hey, man, before I dip, man, just marry me real quick. And then so Corey was like, what? Yeah, man, marry me real quick. And so he was just like, oh my God. So he puts on a jacket. Like he runs upstairs and puts on a jacket.
Got to dress for the occasion.
And so like they're feeding the homeless and we're getting married and no one knows. No one is picking up on this at all. So I was like,
So wait, this is happening in the same room?
yeah, we was in the same room.
Can I please have some more mashed potatoes? Do you take this woman?
So then like this one lady's like serving, and she finally notices at the very end. And she's like, oh my God. Did y'all just get married? Oh. So like he runs over the table and like forgets these people are in need. And it's like, you can suffer. But there they got married. And so then like she was like, my pastor just got married. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm your pastor? I was more perplexed about the notion that I was your pastor. I was like, I ain't seen you in months. I didn't know you was still in my church. And so she like hugs us for this really awkwardly long time.
Yes, and she starts crying.
And she cries and does the whole thing. And I don't understand the kid. I was like, oh, okay. And so so Pastor Corey started crying. I'm like, I'm not crying. So I got to pick this cake up because I told him I'll be there at 3. So I go and pick a cake up. We get a reception, got me some wings and Fishers, and had all the little friends come over. I was like, hey, we got married. Congratulations. Give us gifts and money. Let's get this thing going. Boom. I spent about $45 on my wedding.
This Negro calls me. No, didn't call me. Just texted me. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long after. Wasn't too long. Couldn't have been too long after. I know it wasn't the same day because I think you called me on or texted me on like a Wednesday or something like that. He was like, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm married. What? This is how he said, I've known this Negro for a long... Yeah, by the way, I'm married. What? So I called. I said, what'd you say? Yeah, man, I just got married. Yeah, man, we keep it on low. Don't tell nobody because we ain't ready to tell nobody yet. Try to keep folk out of our business right now because everybody knows and never got something to say. We're going to keep it low for right now. But yeah, I just got married. Yeah, To who? Because I don't even think at that point in time I hadn't even met her.
There was a serious game going that we heard that Jay Jordan possibly got married. And then it was, who is Jay Jordan married to?
There's one person in particular
Yeah.
who most people thought, and I had to keep saying, nah, it ain't that person. I can't say her
Because
name.
I thought it was
but you
her.
know who I'm talking about.
So this what happened. So we had just got married, and I wanted to see my best friend, being my boy and stuff, but he lives out of state. So we went out of state, and we didn't get a chance to link up because he has lupus. And so it was one of those things where he was like kind of sick. Mm-hmm. And so he was like, when we got on the road, he was cool, but by the time we got close, he got sick. He was in the hospital. He said, man, I don't want to steer like that. Boom. So he's already up there. So I was preaching at somebody's church nearby where he was at. So we're in Michigan. And so we go preach this place. And I'm talking to the guy, like you go to church today, just want to talk to you. Mm-hmm. So I was like, yeah, man, it's kind of just got married, but boom. So he announces it. And I was like, oh, snap. I really ain't, like, half the people I know really don't know. And so I was like, oh, God. But I'm thinking I'm out of town, knowing the next day my phone blows up.
Bro.
I'm like, how did y'all find this out?
The rumor mill had begun.
And so people were calling me who I've never met a day in my life. And I was like, if I ever see you, I'm going to break your neck for calling me because you never asked permission for my number. And I don't know who gave you my number. So it's like people would call me. I got told I was an adulteress. I got told I was a liar. Well, if you're married, then why did you make it a big deal? You're supposed to make it a public display. And I said, I don't got to do nothing. I said, did you pay for the wedding license? Did you pay for the cake? Did you pay for and you didn't pay for nothing. So like it was like this whole thing. So I'm getting all this. Like one person was like, man, I heard you married a celebrity. I heard you married in some money.
I heard that rumor.
Yeah. I was like,
that's the consistent one I heard. The consistent one I heard. Can I say her name?
Yeah, okay.
But I heard I can't.
No, we
say
will
her
not say her name.
I heard.
I know.
Yeah, I can't.
And
say,
she had gotten married, and by the time
no, you talking about the other one.
Oh
yeah, we talking about two different ones.
There's two of them that same name.
Yeah.
I'm talking.
And
about
I was like,
the
wait,
shorter version.
Okay.
Yeah, because what happened was the other one we was cool, and everybody thought we were together. And then she kind of got married around that time too. And hers was kind of on the low as well.
Right.
And so everybody thought it was that. And so because we had the picture on Facebook a year earlier, so everybody was trying to piece all this stuff together. So they thinking it's that, and it was like, nah, it's not that. And so I'm hearing all types of stuff. Then I heard I was married. Somebody said the rumor was I got married into money. Then somebody said I wasn't married at all. And then somebody said that I had moved in with an older lady and all this other stuff. So then on Maya's side, people were coming to her and her mom. Like people were coming up to her mom with like,
they came to your mom.
Yeah, they was like, do you want to know the real
before
story about?
She knew?
No,
well,
she knew.
She knew.
But just the fact that they were
as the word got around town, it was just like people was like, things getting out of control. So people coming to her mom was like, do you want to know the real Jay Jordan? I said, who are these? I don't know you. I don't know you at all. I've never talked to you in that form or fashion. You may have got a high five, but that's all you will ever get. Like I wouldn't fight traffic for you right now. And so we were going through all this, and then we was having people come to the house. We got followed. I was getting followed for a good 3 months.
What?
By several women to try to figure out who it was or if what was going on. I got followed, and it got to the point where I knew who they were. And there was 2 pastors that followed me for a good 3 months.
Yes, and someone cut my garden hose.
Cut the garden hose and sprayed our house with water.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because they were trying to do stuff to bring us outside.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
So technically, you were kind of a celebrity.
And so like
you was trying to get to
First Lady Beyonce.
I mean, like it was so weird. Like it was like well-known preachers would call me up on Facebook trying to get the down. I'm like, why is everybody so fascinated about people's relationships? Like,
do you know who you are? I'm sorry. Have you met yourself? Do you know who you are?
I didn't think it was gonna be this big of a deal. I didn't think it was gonna be. So I go on Facebook and clarify. It's like 1,500 people go like hit that video. I'm like, how did this become the most popular? Out of all baby the videos, the one where I'm talking about who I'm married to was like at one time we had 384 people watching live. I said, y'all that nosy, and these are people who I didn't even know that I even paid attention to me.
You like what? How you friends on Facebook? I didn't know. Remind me to.
No. And I'm looking at some of these names. I'm like, yo,
when I'm giving this word,
right
from the Lord,
and y'all all show $1 right now. Like, man, we'll be okay right now. Y'all gonna
you
get
are
some
baby TD Jakes.
So,
and everybody mama wants a piece of you. I have seen it firsthand.
I'm like, yeah.
Folks don't understand. I say this all the time. The anointing is sexy, and so. A lot of these folks just want to be around the anointing. A lot of these folks just want to touch the anointing. They want to be in your presence. They want, and you have a tendency to find yourself around big name people. So they want to get next to you to get to them. And so some of these women was upset and jealous, and some of these women was just like, I got to find out who snagged him and messed up my chance. I can't believe this. And some pastors, I'll go ahead and say it anyway. Some pastors thought the same thing. I ain't talking about some male pastors. Like, oh man, I thought I was going to be able to bust it wide open. But apparently that can't happen. Like all of this was going on. I promise you, all this was going on.
A lot of dreams were being destroyed. I didn't know how many dreams got destroyed.
You was a dream crusher, bro.
I was like, man.
So did you get I was interested in you? What happened?
Yeah, like one lady, she started crying to me and talking about the Lord showed her to me in a dream, and how could you just sway left from what the Lord was trying to do?
The Lord didn't show you that,
and all the other stuff, and because God showed. And then one lady's like, "I know you like light skinned women, and she's not light enough for you."
What?
Like, yeah, I was getting all these.
Did you get hit with the colorism, Maya?
Yeah,
nobody said that to my face.
Because Maya looked like she was stabbed somebody.
And this person Maya knows too, and like I was like, okay, that's really nice.
Her whole face changed.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, you know this person. Yeah.
Who? That look her eyes. Who? Yeah, she knew you with her face.
See me after the show.
And then, some people
she was like, and take notes.
And then some people was like, that she compliments me. One lady, you know this person. She gave me this whole thing that God showed her in a dream that Maya was the one, and she was like, I didn't catch me off guard because I had a dream of her had wings, angels, and she was shielding you from the fiery darts and arrows of the enemy. And I was like,
I can't stand super churchy people.
Okay. All right, so she has X-Man powers. Okay, all right. Like, that's weird.
You should have no problem with the traffic down here.
Right. Just take my wings.
So when we moved, I was so thankful. I was because it was getting crazy. And then because when my goal was we was transitioning to a bigger building, and we was going to do all that whole thing that weekend. Mm-hmm. And so because I didn't want to transition into a bigger building and then lose half the membership, because when people find out you're married, they will disappear.
Oh,
and I was like, let's transition first smoothly, then let's put the whole marriage thing out there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, because I already knew who was going to drop off. So I said, let me at least get one good service. We look kind of full. Let me at least get one good in. I'll tell them the second Sunday. Now, like, the assistant pastor knew and, like, key people knew. But the general congregation didn't know on purpose. And I'm like, they're not going to be able to handle it. And then all of a sudden, I know how church is. My time is up. My season's up. The Lord, I can't serve under this. And I can't serve under her. And I know how things. So let me transition to this bigger building. So that was a part of kind of keeping it on the low. It just got so blown out of proportion to the point I had to say something. And because I was getting everything. Somebody thought I was married to celebrities. I thought I married to money. Somebody thought, and then somebody thought like that like I guess like, are you ashamed of her? Like people was really being like this belligerent with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you ashamed to show your wife?
Oh no, because I also heard that it wasn't a she at all.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I did hear
no,
that. Yeah, I heard that too.
No,
yeah.
They actually came to Ashley with that. Ashley was like. She was like, no, because I know. She was like, I think she's straight. She's like, I think he's straight.
But
like,
you know,
I had no idea they went to your daughter.
Yeah,
it was big.
It was big.
That's why I was like, that's why I was like, you don't know half of what I had to go through for those 3 months. You don't know half of the battle.
Because like people know we're cold, and so they would come.
Columbus can't hold. Wow.
Yeah.
You commit a crime, it's a
and like, especially being somebody, especially being me, it's like I'm ingrained in too many circles.
Yeah.
So everybody who's close to me in any circle was getting blown up, and it was like, and then people were putting out lies on me who I know by name. There's a couple, the couple guys we talked about today. Like they was putting stuff out there. And so you had all these different, and that just turned into one thing, another thing, another thing, another. So next thing you know, I married a 3-headed person that had one arm. It's like, what? How's that even humanly possible? And then you didn't go to a big church. And so that even added more mysteriousness to it. So like, they're like, what church you go to? Who are they?
Are they even saved?
Because then somebody thought I had married somebody from Cornerstone in Toledo. Because that's the biggest cornerstone known in Ohio. So they thought I married somebody from Mike. So Michael Pitts called me, who's like a well-known pastor, was like, did you marry somebody in my church? And I was like, nah, man. Like, how did you get my number? Like, who is giving my number out like this? But yeah, I was getting calls from like a lot of different like well-known preachers who had the name Cornerstone.
So here's my next question. First lady.
Woo.
3 years in. What's it like being married to Jay Jordan?
That's fun.
A lot of Coca-Cola. No, literally. Anytime I go to, like, if I go to a store, like, let me pick up some milk, some toilet paper, or something, I grab a 2-liter of Coke.
Or a pack.
Yeah, it's so funny. So yeah, there's that. A lot of Coke.
Coca-Cola.
I think that I try my best to just keep our lives normal, because I mean, when it comes to church and things like that, like first of all, if we just talk about salvation, when you give your life to God, it's your lifestyle, you know what I mean? And there's a normal side to it. So I just try to be as normal as possible, because at the end of the day, we are all people. We're just ordinary people. I don't know which
John,
way.
what you doing, John?
Right.
John doesn't always look like he's sleepy. Like he about to fall asleep.
Because he is.
But and a lot of people. One thing before I even met him. And I just prayed and asked to be I was the type of person who wanted to be married, because you have some who don't want to, but I wanted to, and I didn't want to meet or be with anybody just because of a status. Sometimes people do go after not just preachers but like business execs, things like that, and money. It's just like, I believe in the more core definition of marriage, where it is two people in their lives. I want to be compatible. I want to feel safe. I want to be able to stand to be in the same room with you. You know what I mean? And that's no matter who I married and what they did in ministry or for a living or whatever, that's what I want to come home to. I want to come home to who you are, not what you do on the mic.
Interesting. So, here's
Sorry.
You just made my wife blush. She was like, and then she cost up along.
Sorry.
Now, don't get me wrong. I support him in what he does, and I know it's a huge part of his life. And I love the Lord as well.
You do,
but the pettiness never stops. So, but it's just so many people I find in church are more into church and not necessarily God. So that's what I mean by just us coming home and just being just us. Not necessarily that I care about the ministry. I don't want, especially since you don't know who's listening, and since he is, such a celebrity, I don't want anybody to mistake. And then I'm going to
have to get the J Hive after you,
right. So I want to clear that up. What I meant by that.
Yes, it's my time. He's getting weaker.
No, you're getting stronger.
Look, people crazy. No, but and then that was a fun experience. That's fun. And plus, being married to me is just probably.
How do you know what being married to you is like? You've never been married to me.
Because I'm me. Half the time I'm around.
But you don't know what being married to you is like.
I've been with myself for 30 years. I have an idea. I have an idea. I'm pretty relaxed. You should ask how it feel like being married to Maya.
I'm not going to ask that question. I'm not.
Maya.
Nope. I'm not going to let you answer. Nope. I'm not going to let you
I
answer that
had to
question.
learn a whole different speed that I didn't know existed.
I'm not going to let you answer that question. No, look on my face now. I might as well go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I had to learn.
Go ahead and dig this hole deep for yourself.
So
go
what
ahead.
has these 3 years been like for you?
It's been kind of cool. It's been better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, hold up. Push pause. We got to rewind. What did you think it was going to be?
What you thought marriage was like?
I don't know. I was like, because I was never one who ever thought about marriage.
Okay.
So I was like, maybe. Yeah, I'll entertain the idea. But then it was like...
So wait.
I was enjoying being single for a little bit.
Okay.
And then it was like, I'm kind of open to it. And then it was kind of like, let's see how this thing goes.
Yeah. He gave you the yeah.
Because I'm more of a person where I can be by myself. I can be by myself and I can be cool. Mm-hmm. So it was like, okay, this marriage thing ain't too bad. I wanted to know how it's gonna be just being with somebody else because I ain't never had to share the bed with nobody. I ain't never had to do none of that stuff. So I was like, this is different.
So you got married because you wondered what it would be like?
No,
it was a science experiment.
I've never done this before. It's like skydiving. Let's give this a try.
There was a curiosity to it. Cause like that first night, I was like, there's somebody else in bed. Like that threw me off. There was noises I was hearing. I wasn't used to that. When I went home, it was me. And then there's lights and vacuums and hair dryer. But I was like, what's going on? This is weird.
Oh yeah.
So y'all were like the complete traditional sense. Like, okay, now we're married. Now this is our first night together.
Yeah, it's different because I sleep well, so I had to learn how to not sleep well and stuff. I was like, oh, there's another.
He's still learning. He's still learning, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I stretched and I hit something. I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, there's a person in here.
So you're saying you sleep abuse your wife. Y'all heard it here first on Real Talk. Expose. Pastor J. Jordan sleep abuses his wife.
I don't know. Maya sleeps abuse me more than I do her. She'll hit me real quick and then tell me, oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's going to be okay. I'm like, no, you didn't bust in my nose. Like, I'm in need of medical attention.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember this.
It was like 3 months ago. You hit me. He was like, and I was like, ow. And then he's like, oh, you'll be okay.
When did that happen?
You were sleeping. You just hit me and just kept moving. Like, you just did just like a fluid motion.
And I kept moving in my sleep?
Yeah, it started.
Well, did I move to the kitchen? Like
the worst thing I've ever done is when I super kicked you, but that was because you.
Whoa!
You startled me.
You cannot just leave that out there in the air without giving some clarity there.
Right, he was just going to skate past it like that, like that meme.
He ain't gonna have no members of church tomorrow if he don't let it clarify that one.
Yeah, clarify that.
So what happened was I was asleep, and I'm the type of person I'm a heavy sleeper, but it's like you can't pull me or come around my neck because my mind is going to go straight attack mode. So my thought I was playing or something. So she pulled my leg, and my body was like, someone's here to kill me. So I went boom, and she went flying. I was like, oh my bad, you can't pull the leg. You have to say hello or something.
I did not think you were playing. You were asleep, and I was trying to wake you up, and I didn't recall pulling. I just went like that.
That's too much. Listen, speaking to somebody who is just like that, I swing hard.
Tap and move.
Yup, you better tap, move, throw something.
So
do
it's
something,
like,
listen.
Jesse.
Because I wake up and fists go.
Listen, what I do now, if I ever come home and he's asleep, I sit right there until he wakes up.
You got your wife scared to come in the bed. She come home and you sleep.
Sometimes I might call or text him, see if the sound wake him up or something. Like I'm in the living room.
I was like, oh, there's somebody in here. And plus, we had just moved here, so like my senses was heightened. So I was like, you don't pull legs. No, you say hi from a distance. Throw something at me. Like,
I wasn't going to throw nothing at you. I thought that would have been disrespectful.
So, like, you get a hand on a pole and then, like, tap. Right.
Yeah, I just know I heard boom. And then she was listening to the ear, and I was
So
like,
when was this boom?
Yeah, you was in the air, you was like this, and I said, whoa, snap, Maya.
Yeah,
okay?
I did fly from the bed to the wall, literally.
Yeah, I was like,
I can see that.
I was like,
I took a bump.
Did you sell it well? Did you sell it well?
Yeah, she showed it well. I was like, oh, you all right? You shake it off. Walk it off. That's what my grandparents did to me. Every time I got hurt, walk it off. Like my arms all broken stuff, walk it off. You good.
Go lay down.
Right.
No, they would tell me to walk it off. They would make sure they were like, you don't want to go to sleep because you may not wake up. They were like, walk it off.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because
concussion and protection.
Yeah, I've had like 42 concussions.
Oh,
42.
okay.
Is that possible?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I think
possible.
it's about 42.
He gonna have CTE. I pray he don't, but he gonna have CTE.
Yeah, I think it's about
I hope
42.
it don't, really affect him. He wind up killing folk, but he
He
perfect
I
candidate.
I got the scar here. I ran into a stop sign right there. That was a concussion. I got jumped in my head a couple times.
How did you run into a stop
We was
sign?
racing
Racing what?
on our feet. And I was winning, and I turned around. And I was like, ha, 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 ha. And then I was like, boom. Blood was everywhere.
And on that note, we're going to take another quick break. We're going to come back, and we're going to do a little bit more with Pastor Jay and Pastor Maya. And then we're going to wind up going into some real talk banter a little later as well. Stay tuned. Yeah, it's a little longer, but we having fun, so I'm just going to let this roll how it rolls, all right? We'll be right back after these messages.
This is Real Talk. Real Talk Radio. This is Real Talk. High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk. Real Talk. This is Real Talk. Real Talk Radio. This is Real Talk. High Praise Ministries presents Real Talk.